Hello trainers, we are back this week and we are taking a look at Pikachu, as you can see. Before I get started, please do mind any of the city sounds. We are on a London rooftop, so construction and patrol cars and any of that might come up. Also, before we begin, if you like these kinds of videos, please drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when new videos are up. I am attempting to do one of these for every single Pokemon ever released, so this is probably going to take a few years, so every like helps. So let's go ahead and get started with Pikachu. There is a difference between male and female. Right now we are looking at a female Pikachu, and the way you can tell is by the tail. This Pikachu's tail has a heart shape at the end of a tail, so that's how you can tell with this Pokemon. Let's just go ahead and look around. It is a light yellow, basically covering most of its body. You have the two ears at the top that have black ends on each ear, and when you go down to its face, you have these two red cheeks on either side. They're very cute, and you have Pikachu's little mouth and nose right there, and Pikachu's eyes have a bit of brown in them, in the pupils. You have Pikachu's 2 feet, 2 very small feet, and 2 hands. And you can see that the tail is lightning bolt shaped, and at the end of the tail, closer to its body, it's got a little bit of an orange shade, like a zigzaggy, and then it goes into full yellow towards the end. And you also have these on their back, these 2 orange or maybe brown patterns. So there you go, you can see a bit of that. And let's get a little bolt action from the back. So let's go ahead and go towards the front again. I just want to get a few growls from this Pikachu, and I think that covers most of the base description for Pikachu. We are going to be taking a look at a lot of Pikachus. Next, we're just going to be taking a quick look at the male so that you can see some of the base differences, and then follow up with the shiny forms of this Pokemon. Okay trainers, we are back, and I've actually decided that we should take a look at the shiny form of the male Pikachu. That way we don't have too many little variations of this. As you can tell, you have this male Pikachu, and by the tail you can see that it's a straight line at the end. It's not the heart shape that we saw with the female Pikachu. And with this shiny form of this Pokemon, you can see that the coat that covers most of its body is a darker, more golden yellow. I really like it. It looks really good, and you can also tell that the brown stripes on its back are a bit darker, and the brown color at the beginning of its tail is a bit darker as well. The red circles on its cheeks still look about the same color, and I just want to see if we can get a few different angles on this very happy looking Pikachu. Let's get a quick growl. I don't know if we miss anything. I just want to check the soles of its feet to see if there's a color change. So no, you still have that Pikachu, same color following. And let's see how close we can get. Alright, so with this shiny form, I think that's everything. I really like this color. It looks great. It looks healthy. For now, I will quickly just take a look at the clone form of Pikachu, and then go into a bit of a runway show with all of the different outfits that Pikachu has. There are some shiny Pikachu that are wearing these outfits, so I'll include them. if I've come across them, but otherwise, let's go ahead and take a look at the clone form. Let's do a little runway show, and let's give Pikachu some snacks for being such a good sport before we go to the back end of this video into a deeper background on Pikachu. Alright, so this is the clone form of Pikachu. There is one slight difference, as you can tell on the ears. This Pikachu does have the black ends to those tips, but there's a little zigzag that you can see all around, and yeah, it goes all the way to the back. I don't see any other visible signs or visible things that have changed on the clone form of this Pokemon. This is a male clone, as you can tell by the tail, but other than that, they're pretty much the same. It's just this slight difference on the ears. And let's now go into a bit of a runway show so that we can see all the different outfits that Pikachu likes to wear. Okay, trainers, we are looking at Party Hat Pikachu. You have the cute party hat with the turquoise start and end, and the pink and purple swirl. There's a different party hat that you'll see later on. Okay, we have this fragment hat, shiny female Pikachu, and you can tell this is just a black hat. It looks pretty cool. We have this shiny male witch hat wearing Pikachu. You have the orange bow around the hat, and this purple cool looking witch hat. We have this shiny male Santa hat wearing Pikachu. We have this shiny male flower wearing Pikachu. We have this shiny male straw hat wearing Pikachu. We have this shiny female Pikachu wearing Ash's trainer hat. This shiny female Pikachu wearing aviator shades and a straw hat with flowers on the side. Very summer. Now we have a shiny male Pikachu wearing a Halloween Mimikyu outfit. It's very cute. I love the bow and the stitching, and just overall very great looking Pikachu. And now this shiny female Pikachu, very ready for winter, with the knitted cap that has really great patterns. You have the pine trees and the snowflakes, which are just great for your winter knitted cap needs. We then have this shiny female Pikachu wearing what looks like a pioneer type of hat, explorer, a brown hat. It's very cute. And we continue with this shiny male Pikachu wearing an Easter flower hat. It just looks great. You have the white hat with the Easter colors surrounding it. You have blues, whites, very pastels, pink, and that bow just looks great. I love that bow. And now we have this shiny male Pikachu wearing what looks to be a Charizard hat. You can see the Charizard features. It just, the stitching and all of that just looks great. It really captures that Charizard face. Now we have this shiny male Pikachu wearing an Umbreon hat. Again, I really love the stitching around the yellow and the red. The yellow's highlighted really well, all surrounded by black. So this is a very good looking hat. And we continue with this shiny female Pikachu wearing a Lucario hat. And again, this is one of the Pokemon that we will cover in later down the road episodes, but it just looks great. Again, just that stitching around the eyes and everything, it's a great looking hat, and it looks like this Pikachu agrees. And this shiny male Pikachu wearing the legendary Pokemon Rayquaza's hat looks great. I love the ends of it, still featuring Rayquaza's teeth, and just overall, what a good design. You have that line going all the way to the back. It's just really great design. Here we have a normal female Pikachu wearing a new party hat. This party hat has the pink zigzags at the bottom going up to red, and a bit of a party of confetti strings at the end of the hat with the yellow polka dots. It's a great looking hat, very festive. We continue to this normal form male Pikachu wearing a detective hat. You can see it's very detailed, it's very Sherlock Holmes. It's got the bow at the top, and it just looks like a great hat, ready for solving some mysteries. And finally, we have this shiny male Pikachu. You can tell by the tail again, and giving us a wave. Just love this one. This Pikachu is flying. It's got its balloons. It's a pastel colored balloons. You got pinks, blues, oranges, greens. Just really cute Pikachu, and giving us a bit of a thunderbolt. But this ends this part of the fashion show for Pikachu, and now we will go into giving Pikachu some treats for being such a good sport. I do just want to take a quick look around this Pikachu, since it is such a unique Pikachu, and you have the balloons surrounding it. I just love it. So it's just a great look. Okay, trainers, so we are going to give this Pikachu a few treats, and hopefully they will share with all the other Pikachu that helped us out during this video. You can see them following us around. I think we'll start with a golden raspberry for this Pikachu. Here you go. Then we have a Nana berry that we want to give this Pikachu. And finally, let's end with this pinup berry. And we get a bit of a heart from this Pikachu. So I just want to give this Pikachu a bit of a pat for being such a good sport. And let's go ahead and call Pikachu back, and we can go into the next bit of this video where we explore more background on this Pokemon. Okay, Pikachu, come back. The official Pokédex entry for Pikachu reads as follows. Pikachu. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. It lives in forests with others and away from people. If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. It keeps its tail raised to monitor its surroundings. The tail is sometimes struck by lightning in this pose. Forest dwellers, Pikachu are few in number and exceptionally rare. Forests where nests of Pikachu live are dangerous since the trees are so often struck by lightning. Its nature is to store up electricity in the electric sacs on its cheeks, so you'll feel a tingly shock if you touch it. Pikachu that can generate powerful electricity have cheek sacs that are extra soft and super stretchy. These appear to become electrically charged during the night while Pikachu sleeps. If it's not getting enough sleep, Pikachu will be able to use only weak electricity. It occasionally discharges electricity when it is dozy after waking up. If it loses crackling power from the electrical pouches on its cheeks, it is being wary. Pikachu feels stressed now and then if it's unable to fully discharge the electricity. When angered, Pikachu immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches in its cheeks, also zapping an enemy if it is attacked. When Pikachu meet, they'll touch their tails together and exchange the electricity through them as a form of greeting. It occasionally uses an electric shock to recharge a fellow Pikachu that is in a weakened state. This highly intelligent Pokemon roasts hard berries with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. Whenever Pikachu comes across something new, it blasts it with a jolt of electricity. If you come across a blackened berry, it's evidence that this Pokemon mistook the intensity of its charge. When it releases pent-up energy in a burst, the electric power is equal to a lightning bolt. A plan was recently announced to gather many Pikachu and make an electric power plant. Trainers, we will now review Pikachu in more detail and delve deeper into its background. Pikachu do have a visible difference between male and female. A female Pikachu's tail ends in the upper half of a heart, while male Pikachu have a flat end on their tails. Originally from the Kanto region, they can be found in cities and towns, gnawing on power lines, taking up residence in open-air markets, farmyards, and sometimes conducting raids on food centers in a city. They are attracted to places with electrical activity, so city dwelling or electric power plants makes sense. Most Pikachu stick to the wild and prefer woods and forest life. They travel in small packs with its mates and young. Because of their appeal and charm, trainers sometimes will see Pikachu as an ideal Pokemon for contests. Pikachu can thrive in captivity. They are known to form lifelong bonds with their trainers and will refuse to leave their trainer's side. In Pokemon Go, they do nest in local parks and will appear more often around rainy weather. While Pikachu does have a pre-evolution form called Pichu, we will not be discussing Pichu until Gen 2 in the Johto region. There is also a form of cosplay female Pikachu that we will devote time to in a separate video once they are all released in Pokemon Go. At this time, only Pikachu Libre can be obtained in Pokemon Go, and I must admit they are quite elusive and difficult to capture, as you have to be a fierce competitor in order to encounter them. We will further explore them at another time. Pikachu consumes fruits and berries in the wild. They are known to shock hard berries to roast and tenderize them. Their long gnawing teeth help them chew on most anything. They also tend to eat nuts, seeds, and grass. Pikachu is very partial to apples and pink berries amongst all kinds of other berries. They do love Pokemon breeder prepared meals and will eat all the snacks, including cakes, donuts, rice balls, malasadas, ice cream, and sandwiches. Different Pikachu will have different preferences too. Some are known to drink lots and lots of coffee anytime they get a chance. And then there are those Pikachu who love ketchup, who put ketchup on everything, who hug their ketchup bottles, snack on it all the time, frolic with ketchup bottles, and probably even dream of it. So if you have one of these Pikachu, please be prepared to offer emotional support if something ever happens to their beloved ketchup bottles. Trainers also be aware that pink berries can cause Pikachu to turn pink. Know that this is temporary and it depends on the amount and frequency they are eaten at. Do make sure to provide Pikachu with plenty of water as well, and note they are not fans of pony radishes. Pikachu is full of different attributes that allow them to partake in many different activities you would not expect a Pikachu to partake in. Based on my research, the biggest, most important attribute Pikachu holds is the drive within it to supersede any perceived physical limitations. From surfing Pikachu, taken to the water to dominate waves, to flying Pikachu being tied up to balloons to take to the skies, there is even one Pikachu that considers itself a detective, so if you ever need those services, you have that option. These traits are not expected of an electrical rodent Pokemon, but nonetheless, it does not stop Pikachu. This is what makes Pikachu so special. At the start of this video, I had a bit of a runway show with all the costumed Pikachu in Pokemon Go, but there is research out there of instances with cosplay Pikachu, singing Pikachu, Captain Pikachu, shopping Pikachu, and even snow Pikachu. Recently, in the Galar region, we have even seen the phenomenon of Gigantamax Pikachu. We will not delve into this form much here, but when we reach the Galar region, I am excited to do a deep dive on this new form. The point is that Pikachu never allows itself to be limited by its physical appearance, so much so that sometimes its appearance will adapt to help it along the way. Trainers should note that Pikachu are easy to care for and can make great starter Pokemon as well. They have good control of the electricity they carry and can shock and stun potential threats when in the wild. Trainers are advised not to sneak up on or scare a Pikachu unless they are looking for a volt of electricity to shock them. Pikachu are also very agile Pokemon, and in the right trainer's hands, with constant training, they can prove strong and even defeat seemingly far superior opponents. A healthy and strong Pikachu will also be visibly apparent depending on how shiny its coat is. Not the same as a shiny form Pikachu, but paying attention to the shine of your Pikachu's coat is important for its health. Some Pikachu are also particularly good at imitations. Trainer Ash's Pikachu has been known to imitate the following Pokemon: Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Psyduck, Lickitung, Togepi, Charizard, Noctowl, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Seviper, Cacnea, Meowth, Torchic, Mudkip, Trico, Lotad, Corphish, Gravile, Wobbuffet, Ludred, Voodoo, Turtwig, Heatrotom, Staraptor, Baneri, Scolipede, Azumarill, Axew, Sharpedo, Blacephalon, Poplio, and even Pokemon breeder Brock and trainer Ash. To me, that is a very talented Pokemon amongst its many physical attributes. Pikachu are quick to respond to perceived threats. A large group of them especially can generate large amounts of electricity, which at times can be helpful but at other times dangerous. Pikachu do tend to flee when they sense danger, and their upturned tail is a great help here, as they are always at the ready, feeling changes in the wind. While Pikachu is not normally one of the 3 starter Pokemon offered to new trainers, they have in the past been offered to trainers starting their journey. This Pokemon can definitely have an attitude and mind of their own, so it might be a slightly difficult start. For example, there are Pikachu that don't like going into their Pokeball or refuse to battle Pokemon for you. This in part has to do with gaining their respect and can be true for any Pokemon. Once you show your strength as a trainer and build your bond with Pikachu, they are forever loyal to you and will give their all in battle. Pikachu is a very social Pokemon, and while they love training and hanging out with their trainers, they can also get along with almost any other Pokemon. Pikachu has been shown to be a supportive, good listener to their Pokemon friends. They love hanging out with their Pokemon friends to play games, go camping, get dinner, or celebrate holidays and birthdays. Pikachu is a very caring and responsible Pokemon, so if you ever need them to take care of your baby Pokemon, they are usually up for the challenge. Yes, even when they have their hands full because they get an especially active Togepi to take care of. While this can be difficult for Pikachu, there are always small, loving moments that make it all worth it for all involved. Pikachu is very multi-talented. They are great challengers in battles. And as mentioned before, sometimes they take on seemingly more powerful Pokemon and end up winning. In Pikachu communities, there are sometimes social structures that include a leader. It has been seen in the past to be a shiny Pikachu, but they can always be challenged and taken down if they get too power hungry. Pikachu can be a very popular Pokemon amongst trainers, but there are some trainers who can get a bit overboard sometimes. Not that they would ever agree with me. If you ever find yourself dressing like a Pikachu, driving a Pikachu designed vehicle, or making new words that include Pika in them, well, sorry to break the news, but you are a Pika fanatic. The name Pikachu is derived from a combination of two Japanese sounds. Pika, which is a sound an electric spark makes, and Chu, which is a sound a mouse makes while squeaking. Pikachu shares physical similarities with a mouse, and its cheek pouches also closely resemble a squirrel's, which stores food in their cheeks. Its tail looks like a lightning bolt taking you right to its electric typing. My initial thoughts on Pikachu were just, wow, I love this Pokemon. This might be a bit unfair, but one of my first times interacting with Pokemon was with Pikachu, so they definitely have an advantage over other Pokemon in my book. I very much appreciate Pikachu's attitude and the fact that they are highly competitive with other Pokemon. At the same time, they can have a laugh, dance, and play with their Pokemon friends. The relationship they can build with their trainers is great, and it can definitely take you all the way into becoming a champion battle-wise. But having such a good, loyal friend around is almost worth more in my opinion. Besides Pikachu's caring nature with their trainers, they also build great relationships with just about any other Pokemon. Well, except of course that one Mimikyu. Or less than appealing encounters with Cormorant in the Galar region. It has been good practice finding out more about Pikachu's boundless determination to be who they want to be, whether it be a surfer, a detective, or even learn how to fly. For rookie trainers, it can be a rough start if they begin their journeys with a Pikachu, as Pikachu can be hard-headed and can disobey at first. But once you win their respect, there is nothing that can break that strong bond built. I like that Pikachu shows some attitude at times, that they can be silly, laugh, and be emotional. To me, they have been the heart of the Pokemon world, and the way they continue to surprise by defying the odds makes it exciting to continue the research I do. Many Pokemon share Pikachu's qualities, and the more we learn, the better we can understand Pokemon and live in a better, more cohesive way with them. We can all learn from the compassion Pikachu has taught us. For example, when Trainer Ash's Pikachu decided not to fight the clone Pikachu that Mewtwo had created. There are many similar examples, and while not every Pikachu is the same, there are many personalities and traits that can continue to be researched for sure. I must say, it was a bit intimidating finalizing this entry for Pikachu as they have so much research on them, and I felt I would inevitably miss something, and I'm sure I have. But continuing to learn and research is what keeps me engaged, and returning to Pikachu in the future will certainly be necessary as more data is released. I will definitely return for an entry on Gigantamax Pikachu from the Galar region in the future. I do love the different forms of Pikachu, including the shiny form, and look forward to more outfits and to additional videos on the other forms. This Pokemon is definitely recommended to trainers as their power, speed, and strength is undeniable, and with the right trainer, they will thrive. I do hope everyone enjoyed this video and hopefully learned something new about Pikachu. Okay, trainers, if I missed anything or if you have any thoughts on Pikachu, please add them in the comments section below. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when a new video is up. If you would like to further show your support and see other behind the scenes information on my process, do visit my Patreon and consider signing up to one of the tiers available. It would be very appreciated. I plan to release a new video every week to 2 weeks with the goal of completing every Pokemon in every generation currently released. Please follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitter. The handle is @LondonInstinct for updates, posts, and stories. I am having fun featuring art submissions from trainers around the world, so feel free to submit yours too. Stay safe out there and see you next week, trainers. Bye.